live, and boom. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's everybody's week been? Turn my phones so that my Wes Johnson Oblivion grunt notification tone does not play over the stream.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep, I figured as much. Now I am also going to have my own stream open on my phone so I can watch in case any more spammers come in. So let me. Oh, I think I realized why. Let's see. Join this one as player. I think I know why the echo has been happening for during the. It's because I have two copies of the Roll20 window open. I have one that is open as a player. That's the one I'm recording from, so that there are no spoilers. The other one is the actual GM one that I'm actually kind of, doing all of the behind-the-scenes stuff from. So I'll have to try and figure out a way to mute the.
It should be under settings.
Settings.
Should.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yep, settings.
Then check audio and video.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, got it. Okay. Mute.
Awesome.
Mute site. Hopefully that doesn't mean all tabs or windows on that site, but if someone wants to get onto the stream, they can tell me if it's working properly, because I can.
You can also mute the tab in question directly in your browser.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Unmute site.
Hello, guys.
Okay. How do you mute tab? Sorry, I'm not very.
I'm on Opera, so what I did was you can right-click the tab itself and see if it gives you an option to mute.
It does not, unfortunately. It just
that
mute,
stinks.
Yeah, it just has mute site. So,
try mute site then.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure that
doesn't do it for all of them, I get you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, it's not. It does mute it on both, unfortunately.
Well, that's dumb.
I know. I'm gonna look it up.
Can you move it to a new window and see if it doesn't?
It is in a new. It's in a separate window because I have a dual monitor display up.
That's terrible. I feel sorry for you.
It's okay. Let's see.
Actually, since it's multiple separate windows, can you... What software are you using?
I'm using OBS.
And OBS only does by device, not by tab. It only does videos by, not tab, but process. I think.
Let me see. Should I have... Because,
And you're cutting out, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that. Is that better?
Better.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Got the right one. Oh well. I'll try to figure out. Oh, let's see.
Actually, did you go to audio and video and see I can hear and see and set that to none? In Roll20.
Yeah, it. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because yeah, I've got. Yeah, now I don't have it playing on the tab. So there we go. That should be all set. And I'm not really going to worry about it too much if the issues come up later again. But anyways, welcome welcome back to our Lost Worlds campaign. Last time, you guys were on a mission to Dillon City in the KOI 784 system. And just a little note, these actually are real systems, like named systems in like the real world. Like it means Kepler Object of Interest. That's what KOI stands for. But the thing is, none of these, like none of the planets around these, or like even the relative position of these, are kind of correct because pretty much all of the actual like KOI systems are much farther away. Cause like right now we're at like roughly 40 parsecs, which is like something like 60 light years. Most of the actual like KOIs are like several thousand light years. Just in case anybody might find that interesting. But I've gone along with it.
Nice.
We could just say it's an alternate universe where the Kepler telescope looked at things a lot closer.
You're cutting out again.
Oh, apologies.
You're good.
But we can just say that this is an alternate universe where the Kepler Space Telescope looked at objects that are, celestial bodies that were a lot closer to Earth, and that's why they're so much closer. That's going to be my headcanon for now.
Darks.
Yep. So, let's, why don't we begin by starting, let's summarize what happened last time. Who wants to start?
We fought some savage people that appear to be under some kind of psychosis.
Yep.
And I nearly got gutted alive.
Yep.
Well, actually, you did get gutted. I walked out of the mist because I joined the session mid-session and put you back together a bit.
Yep.
With
Yes,
your
I
surgical
managed to.
kit, I'm pretty sure.
We managed to keep my guts in.
Yes.
And we managed to capture one of the savages and learn things about them. That's how we found out that they were under some kind of mass psychosis, probably from the phosphine gas.
Yep. Or at least that was making it worse. Because they went feral
Right.
like 40 years prior, and then like the phosphine gas was about a year ago. You guys found out that 6 months prior to your arrival, a ship crashed to the north, and they were seeking refuge. They were former members of the Children of the Two Divines, and yeah, I'll let you guys take the rest of it from there.
So we finished our trek to the downship to look for clues about the refugees and the children.
And what did you find?
Victor almost had a panic attack with what we found, that being living organisms in very much not a up to code, up to regulation storage compartment. Or not compartment, but device. That being a wooden crate, I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Yep, they were in wooden crates. You didn't really get a good look at them, other than that they were kind of leathery looking, like eggs.
Yep. Conveniently, because they were buried under wreckage because the ship was in shambles.
Yep.
Surprised the thing wasn't already on fire.
Exactly. And
Yep.
you were also able to get some acid residue that
Yep.
that got you guys some bonus dollary dues.
Yep. Also found a tracking device in the cockpit or bridge. What would that technically be in that case?
Yeah. I would say bridge.
Bridge? Okay. In the bridge.
Yeah.
After that, we left, set everything on fire because someone else was coming by to check the place out, people we did not want to deal with, and then went back to the camp. Passing the torch.
Okay. Someone else?
And after we got back to the camp, before we could make any headway with trying to save the refugees, the cults of the two divine showed up. And while we were trying to deliberate with them, decide what to do, the leader, name is
Mother Michaela.
Mother Michaela, got very upset with how long we were taking to make a decision and made one for us by summoning two creatures that came up and slaughtered all of the workers who were agitated.
Yep.
Seeing this, our party decided to give up the refugees because we did not want to deal with both these creatures and the looming ship above that had weapons trained on our parked ship.
Yep.
So, Mother Michaela then pushed off all of the refugees, the Dawn, and the other had
Zuma?
leaving. Huh?
Was it Zuma?
It was
Yeah, it was
Vidon. Zuma and Vidon.
Zuma and Dawn, leaving only Yen and a handful of others alive.
Yep. Yep. So basically a skeleton crew.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention that they had sabotaged the atmospheric processor and it was about to explode. So we hauled ass out of there.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Anything else?
And we brought Tarzan and whatever that lady's name was again with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That was right.
So, as soon as we got back to the ship, we reported our findings, and Yen pretty much took credit for everything.
Yep.
So we planted her back on a new continent, so she could start her own colony and be out of our hair.
Yep.
Yes, the colony of Bitch Springs.
Yep. I will have to. I'll actually have to put that in because that was at the North Pole where there were mountains cut by sky blue lakes. So let me actually. You guys won't see me doing this, but I am going to type. I'm gonna set. I'd say it's just an outpost at this time, since you basically just set things down. But yep. So you guys kind of a colony was destroyed, but you managed to kind of scrounge up what could eventually become a replacement. Now, what else happened in the interim? Like, specifically, what have you guys been up to since that time? Like, since we last left off? Like, what have you guys been doing in like kind of the downtime?
Well, we found out that on the main mothership there was a cryo catastrophe, and like 300 people died that were in cryo.
Yup. Now, what have you guys been putting? Like, what have you guys been doing in the meantime?
Well, Amos has been entertaining the former feral, trying to get him adjusted to modern life.
Okay.
And in doing so, Amos has learned a lot about how the feral survived on the planet.
Nice. And that
So-
has given you a new talent?
So, yes, Amos challenged this feral to a good old-fashioned wrestling match, and was able to hold his own, which is how he learned the tough talent.
Nice. And who else has been engaging, kind of making use of their downtime?
Marty found the climbing of the mesas to be very ass-kicking, so he's been working out and doing climbing exercises in the gym, and would like to spend 1 or 5 XP to get 1 mobility.
Okay, that's good. And then,
Victor doesn't like getting shot at, or at least doesn't like getting shot at without the ability to shoot back. So I've been training with, I do apologize, whose character had the 44?
Cliff.
Cliff.
It's
I've been
me.
training with Cliff to actually learn how to shoot a gun.
okay.
Probably accidentally pulling that whole 2 shots in 1 trigger pull thing where one goes about 2 inches above your head and backwards with a revolver. You've seen that video.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic. So. And then finally, Cliff.
And I forget which NPC I learned the talent from.
Hamida Amir. You took the,
I have second wind.
Yep, second wind. That's the,
So basically, when I'm broken, I can immediately get back on my feet if I make a successful stamina roll. For each success, I get 1 health back.
Oh, I just missed. Oh, the one she has is past the limit. But I will.
Oh.
That was my fault, so I will let you. I will let you keep that one. Because I believe there's somebody here who has the talent you're talking about. So I'm just not finding them. So don't worry about it. Just
After I got gutted once, I decided I need to learn how to deal with getting severely injured.
smart.
And then I also went on a little bit of a shopping spree.
Yep, which means that you guys probably returned to the actual mothership, which takes 30. Let me double check. Measure this. Yeah, 34 days. So you guys can add another week's salary to your inventory because that's or actually, yeah, 1 1/5 of your sorry, you can add, like 1 1.25 weeks salary because you guys were in cryo, having returned to the kind of main mothership to get your supplies, but we'll deal with that later. Go ahead.
1.25 weeks, you say?
Yeah, 1.25 weeks. Because you earn a quarter of your normal weekly salary in cryo, and 5 weeks, so that's 1.25 weeks salary.
Yep.
But
If any of y'all need, I have a spreadsheet for this setup.
oh yeah, perfect. I do want to make sure that you guys don't know each other's salaries unless you decide to openly discuss them. But like, if you decide that you guys all would openly discuss like how much you're getting every week, like that's totally fine. I just need to know whether or not your characters are willing to discuss that with each other. But anyways, we were talking about shopping. What were you getting? What are you buying?
Oh, well, I purchased a heavy safari pack and expedition fatigues, which I would recommend everybody get.
Yeah, there are plenty of those available on the mothership. I mean, it's kind of expected that people have, like, anybody going out on, like, kind of planet side would need those, so they're definitely available in the plenty.
I purchased a Kevlar riot vest, which I think everybody needs as well. A motion tracker, and a shotgun.
Okay.
And a couple of medical supplies, just in case.
Smart.
How much do reloads cost?
A quarter of the cost of, like, the weapon.
Well,
Yeah, I probably should buy some more reloads too.
Oh yeah, did you guys add the weekly, like the 1 week salary worth of time that you guys spent prospecting? I think we did. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So let's see, 34 plus 7, that is 41. 41 plus 34, that is 75. So right now, we are at day 70. It's been 75 days since you guys last, like, you actually kind of got to the far Spoonward colonies. I'm keeping track in your ship's log of, like, where you've been.
And then I think you said I had a hunting shotgun.
Yeah,
Is that what I'm actually typing in?
No, type in the regular thing. Just, we're gonna, like, kind of for gameplay purposes say that it's us, like, or for kind of roleplay purposes that it's a kind of traditional hunting shotgun.
But if I want the sound effect, I need the name.
It should be the, you'll want to have the, let me double check the customizable role listener. Shotgun with a capital S.
And that's it, or?
Yeah, as long as there's a shotgun with a capital S in there, it'll pick up.
Okay, we're good then.
How much nap relief can I buy?
I would say 6 doses.
Okay, I'm getting 6 doses of nap relief.
Okay. And keep in mind, you guys can, you can search around when you're on planets and you might be able to find items. So always be on the lookout.
Yep. Well, Amos is also going to buy a riot vest.
Okay.
And one of them new fancy laser pistols.
Yeah, you get that from basically the people who are kind of trying to figure out how the best way to describe it. They're the people who would kind of outfit people for they're kind of giving you the kind of like starter set almost, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
quartermasters.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. But
Noticing that, and also buying some blast mining charges.
so, what do you need in these charges for? The quartermaster says.
Shiny rocks, man. I mean, the planet we went on had some wonderful, wonderful springs, but I got this feeling that, like, if I just searched a little bit harder, we could have struck something real good, like oil or gold or diamonds, something like that. So, you never know.
Well,
Might need to.
the mission is always generous for those who can bring things back, and they hand you the charges. Just make sure to use them wisely. We don't have an infinite stock, and all that.
Don't worry, I'll make sure he doesn't blast his dick off.
Okay, anybody else have anything they want to buy?
What's the where's the vest and the fatigues at? Are they in the main rulebook or the?
They're in the Building Better
Worlds.
Worlds on
Okay.
page 61 and 62.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the weight of shotgun reloads?
I believe it's a quarter, like 1/4 of an encumbrance slot for.
Okay.
Though I'm not entirely sure, because I don't even know that it necessarily like gives you
It'd
like.
be simpler if it didn't have weight because
Yeah, I think
the
that's
character sheets don't like.
yeah.
non-whole
So I'm gonna
numbers.
say no weight, but I will obviously kind of, if you guys are trying to stock up in 20 reloads, then I'm gonna be kind of like beyond
We
a
can
certain
cap
point.
it at like 4 or something.
Yeah, I would say 4 would probably be the most. So, yeah, expedition fatigues. They'll add stamina +1 to resist heat, cold, and vacuum.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy reloads for the shotgun and my Gorham Magnum.
Okay.
I'll get the fatigues and the vest, and I'm also gonna get the Wayland storm rifle.
Okay.
And everybody get a safari pack, so you get 2 more towns to carry with that.
So the storm rifle is going to be. I'm going to say that you probably aren't going to be able to easily get that, but if you've kind of buttered up Hamida, who has one, you might be able to she might be able to get you a contact who has one, or she might be able to let you borrow. Oh, she doesn't have a storm rifle; she has a pulse rifle. But
I was gonna say, would a pulse rifle be easier?
It would be easier. You just have to really butter someone up who has one or is kind of involved with the kind of peacekeeper force. Because the UN, the United Nations Interstellar Settlement Corps peacekeepers, kind of the the UN kind of not quite military, but I guess military in the sense that they've kind of formed a new peacekeeping force in that all of these people were former UA, colonial marines or royal marines from the Three World Empire or what are they called? Or Cosmos Exploration Corps from the UPP. They have storm rifles. I would say you'd have to make if you get Hamida to kind of vouch for you, which will be a manipulation roll, and if you can convince me that you've kind of gotten her warmed up to you, I'll give you a +1. And then,
Okay.
however many successes you get on that manipulation roll will be a bonus to kind of petitioning for one from the UNISC. But if you're not able to get a vouch from Hamida, since you're not part of the, it'll be like, I'm going to say -1 a manipulation to get one.
Okay.
So, do you want to get Hamida to vouch? Try and get Hamida to vouch for you?
Yeah. I'll go talk to her and just say, Hamida, it got kind of hairy back there. I'm feeling like we're a little under-equipped. You got a real nice rifle. Do you know anywhere I could get one?
I might, but I don't recall. Do you really know how to use a rifle? Like, you sure you're not just gonna blow your eye out?
Well, I was in the Corps. I mean, I didn't really do any combat, but I had to pass basic.
All right. She's gonna kind of sort of test you by like kind of handing you like, let's see how much you remember from basic. Just kind of seeing how you handle the pulse rifle in your hands. Like, are you able to like hold it steady? Are you able to kind of like aim down iron sights, that sort of thing? And she seems satisfied. Well, after roll me manipulation.
I
And
was
I'm
gonna
going to say,
say,
because you brought up your background, you'll get a +1 to this.
do you want me to do ranged combat as well?
No. Only if your manipulation roll fails.
All right, and manipulation +1.
Yep. Oh yeah, you can get rid of do you want to push that?
Yeah.
And don't bother rolling panic, because you would have only had one stress, because stress would have been reset to 0. So, okay, it seems like you know what you're doing. I'll put in a good word for you. I can't make any guarantees, though. But talk to my buddy Reginald. He's former Royal Marine like me, serving in the UNISC peacekeepers here. Just see if you can talk to him. He might be able to get you something.
Hey, thanks.
Keep yourself safe out there. So,
Will do.
yeah, now you're going to get a... It's going to be a flat manipulation. Unless you can convince me otherwise. Do you go to see Sir Reginald? He's not actually a sir, but he's Reginald. He looks exactly like you expect he does.
Hey, Hamida sent me, and
yes. Good.
I know you guys are buddies, and I'm looking to get a rifle. Last mission we were on got a little bit hectic, and I feel a lot more safe.
Oh yeah, word about that got around. That ranger, that former game warden, he got gutted like a pig, did he? What?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Well, we might be able to arrange something. I'll give you a chance. Just flat manipulation. What? You could reset your stress to 1, because you shouldn't have had any stress starting this session, since you guys have been kind of outside of stress for a long enough time. Oh, We have there are a couple. I'm sure nobody will notice that this one's gone missing.
I'm in there giving it like a shoulder rub and being like, yeah, man, it's really great.
Yep. So he's gonna. Reginald is going to kind of grab a Wayland storm rifle and be like, "Be careful with this, will you? And do try to return it in one piece. These are expensive weapons. It's not cheap, so be careful."
It's all good. I got the money.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And do watch your hands in the foregrip. Would hate for you to blast your own hands off with the underslung shotgun, my dear sir.
Oh, yeah, good to know.
What? Cheerio. Is that all?
Realize I covered the names of all the colonies now.
I did not write this, by the way. This is slander against my friend Reginald.
Somebody needs to get me a picture of the most British-looking person imaginable, and...
He's Mr. Bean, okay?
Yeah, effectively. Yeah, let's just say that. He is military Mr. Bean. So
Johnny English.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say one of those like creepy, realistic Nigel Thornberry pictures.
Oh, that would be perfect. But are you getting any reloads with it?
I'll get 2 reloads.
Okay, so those will be. Let me. Because the rifle is going to be 3,000, and each reload is a quarter the cost of the weapon. So.
Okay,
I think that would be like. Let me.
750.
Yeah, so 1,500 for 2 reloads, and then the shotgun reloads are going to be a lot cheaper because those are if you decide you want them. If you don't, like, you just don't add the.
I'll take 2 of those as well.
Okay, let me grab the core rulebook and see what the, because I forget how much the shotgun actually is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's 500, so 75, so it'll be 150, so it'll be total of 1,650 for all of your ammunition. So that'll be 2 shotgun reloads and 2 storm rifle reloads.
Okay.
Okay. Dreamer, did you want to get anything?
I was, and I do apologize that I did not get with you before the session on a full list. I've been assembling one as y'all have been talking.
No worries. As long as it's not anything like, that would be like, you know, exclusive to like the military or like corporate elite, like, you can have it.
Would a Seegson system diagnostic device count as that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's just like something that, that would not be hard to find. So.
Alright. Give me a moment. I'll just copy the list, and I'll tell you as well.
Yep.
There's an Apple Store board, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple kind of, just like supply shops for various needs. Primarily just selling gear of various sorts. There are a couple shops selling like kind of very much frontier weapons, you know, like revolvers, kind of think like the weapons that you see in Alien Isolation. You know, the kind of weapons that you would see like more potentially in civilian hands than, you know, a pulse rifle or, you know, stuff like that. Like, you see a couple incinerator units for sale. And...
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and like the...
Alright, to cover... Yeah.
Go ahead.
To cover survival-related stuff, because I'm just going to roleplay it that I was essentially doing office work on the ship beforehand, and was made a last-minute runner to get people respirators, and only showed up right after the combat. I didn't have anything, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that heavy safari pack, expedition fatigues, and I'm going to buy both types of boots, which is the M7 and the M8A2, if that's physically possible. Would that also count as military?
No, I'm gonna say, like, anything that's, because all of that stuff, like, you're gonna have plenty of surplus, because, like, they want to make sure that their ground crews are equipped well enough to be able to scout, because, like, if the ground crews die, that's, like, a huge waste of time and expense, so they want to make sure you guys are properly equipped.
Awesome. I am also going to get, because last session I had gotten a sample of something, despite the fact that I never actually had anything to put samples in, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a CBR detection kit.
Yeah, and
I'm also going to...
I'll give you a discount on the CBRN, just because you're ICC, so it would make very much sense for them to, like, be kind of issuing that out almost as standard.
Okay, what cost?
Let me see what... I'm trying to remember.
It is 800, I believe.
So, it'll be 400 for you.
Alright, awesome. I'm also going to get a Samani Ear Series watch, a Siegson system diagnostic device, as well as a 357 Magnum. And how many reloads can I get?
You can get as many as 4.
4? I will get 4 then.
Okay, so that'll be the cost of the weapon times 2, since each reload is a quarter of the cost of the weapon.
Alright, that will total out to 1640.
Nice. And is that everybody?
I think Amos is going to look for one more thing. He's going to look for a lag.
A lag. Which one is that?
A laser toot guider.
Oh, the, like, kind of scope thing?
Yeah. Well, it tunes the laser.
Yeah. I'll say, because the EVA pistol is so ubiquitous, like you actually, the only time you ever see it in the movies is actually Kane, in the first movie actually has one. He uses it, but yeah, so let me see where that is. It's page 64. So yeah, I will allow you to have one. I'm gonna say there's an entire like kind of laser, like EVA.
I mean, if you actually look at the description of the new EVA pistol,
yeah, it says
they are tragically put in a box that's marked EW, which the colonists mistake as emulsion and water. So there's probably just tons of them just lying around.
Yeah, and also I'm going to say, like, there's just a general EVA kind of store where you can buy stuff that, you would potentially need on a surface expedition. That's where you can find the EVA pistol, and then, like, stuff like that. So... yeah. Okay. Is that everything for everybody?
Trying to find the specs for the underslung shotgun. Which?
Oh, it's just going to count as a regular shotgun.
Okay, is that the RMAT 12 gauge? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's I believe it's +2, damage 3, armor doubled, short range.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if anybody ever wants to launch the Aliens Fireteam Elite, fire off the storm rifle in that game and just send the audio to me, because I do not have the sound effect for the Wayland storm rifle. But I can do that. We can deal with that later. And by later, I mean like between sessions or something. Okay. That everything?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, ready.
Now, where are we off to? You guys mentioned Gorham's colony, but you also mentioned wanting to do some prospecting. You'll see I've...
Well, if we clean up the star map a little bit.
Yeah. I will assist. There we go. So, the system you're in has has one planet that's been surveyed, and then all of the kind of systems that are labeled in white have like kind of the preliminary survey data. Those are ones that you can look at. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's right. We went back to the mothership.
Yeah, that's where you kind of go. Yeah, for kind of your shopping needs.
Also, your stream is not on the map yet. It's still on the
Oh, shit, you're right. Thank you.
main screen.
Luckily, nothing really happened that...
Yeah.
But thank you for the reminder.
Did we decide to do any of the colony setting up mechanics?
You can, but I would recommend, obviously, like, you'll want to scout out a system prospect to see if, like, there's anything worthwhile before...
Okay. I didn't know if we needed to do that for the one that we set up, Pitch Springs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to worry too much about that one, just because it's already, like, we can just... That one's not going to be managed... That's going to be managed by Yen, so... Kind of,
Yep.
she has full authority there.
My vote is either to hit up Pelican or Sanchez on our way to Gorham.
Yeah, those ones do not have surveys, at least not for, that I've prepared. The ones that do are the ones like,
okay, so...
Yeah, the ones that have, like, the
were
white
we
text.
just in KOI 2023?
No, you guys were just in KOI 784.
Okay, so if we go to KOI 2023, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from Gorham, so...
Yeah, you guys can go there. You guys can also prospect in the system you're currently in, where the... Yeah, there's a moon that has been surveyed here.
Yeah, let's prospect here.
Okay, and obviously you don't have to limit yourself to one.
Are you saying that we're going to be whalers on the moon?
Yeah. Let me...
You just see Amos has this giant smile while he's singing along to the song the entire week while he's prospecting.
Okay, so...
That is the only thing that he is playing.
Now you guys should see a handout that gives you all of the information, as well as the regional kind of terrain and overall of the planet that's been surveyed.
Well, look at that, Amos. Caves. You like...
Caves and sinkholes? I mean, there's gotta be shiny rocks in them somewhere.
Okay, so That's going to be a prospecting roll. Or observation roll, rather. Yeah. Oh yeah, did you add the +2 for the...
I did.
You did?
I did not,
Okay, so just add
but I
roll
did get a
another...
success.
Yep, roll another d6, or another 2d6, just in case you get another success. Okay. Nope. So you now roll a d66, just flat. Oh, not bad. You find a deep basin of clay deposits with gemstones and diamonds. Now,
Ooh, shiny rocks.
I think he's losing it.
roll...
I can taste the peppermint. Mm. Roll a d6.
Yep.
Better not be having a stroke over there.
I very much recommend not licking the rocks, please.
Yeah, there's...
But they taste so good.
Yeah.
Yes, but that may not just kill you, but kill all of us.
Yeah, also keep in mind that this planet does not have an atmosphere. Or, well, this moon does not have an atmosphere, so...
And we also don't want you to end up like... What was the redhead kid's name from Magic School Bus?
I'm trying to
Arnold.
remember. Arnold, yeah.
Arnold. Yes.
Fucking Arnold.
In the episode where they went to Pluto.
I know. No, I was referring to the redheaded prospector from the Christmas special.
Oh, yeah! Anyways, so...
D6?
Yep. Okay. So
Sure
let's
glad
see.
you rolled that 65 here and not in combat.
Yeah, like, as a critical. Let's see, so... Okay, 4. Okay. So, are you showing kind of showing these results to Gaius?
Oh, yes.
Valuable
Amos is
finding.
going to be so extremely happy about finding shiny rocks that he's going to not shut up about it.
Valuable find indeed. That is worth, we'll give you, 240 Wayland Yutani fun bucks for such a great find.
Wonderful.
Is that 240 each or in total?
That is the total sum. You guys will start to find out, because, like, there are things higher up than 66, because you get, for every additional success beyond the first on your prospecting observation roll, you add +1 to the tens die.
Ah.
But, yeah, I mean, you can hold out, because, like, basically you would be trading the location data, like, of where exactly this find is. Try to negotiate a better deal, but that would require manipulation.
Actually, you know what?
It almost seems like the big corporations don't want to pay you well for hard work.
Amos is having a thought. There was a geologist on our ship. What wasn't there?
There was another prospector, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Emily Quintana.
Mm-hmm. Amos would like to share this find with her.
Okay.
Bring back a couple of shiny rocks to her.
She takes out a hand lens and starts looking at them. Oh, these are some nice rocks. Where'd you find them?
Oh, down there on the moon, you know. So, Emily, you find any shiny rocks yet?
Haven't had a chance to go out there and prospect yet, but oh, she has second wind, so geez, you could have learned it from her. I'm just looking at the character sheet now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So about that bet, Emily.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. It's time to settle up on that.
How much did you bet? I'm trying to remember.
I'm gonna say that we bet like 500.
Okay, she'll begrudgingly give you the 500, but you can tell she's not happy about it.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do you a solid, just because I don't want to see you being a sore loser. And Amos will proceed to tell her where he found the shiny rocks.
Good to know. Thank you. At least there's some compensation.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all.
Okay.
Does that mean that Amos gave up the finder's fee for the bet money?
I'm gonna say it means that she wants in on the. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that. Yeah, if you kind of offer to split with her, she might be able to. She might actually give you something in return.
Oh yeah. No, I'm fine with splitting the finder's fee money with her.
Okay, because she says, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna go down there and take a look for myself. I've got a keen eye. And then a week later, she comes back to you and shows you something that turns out might even be more valuable. You look at this. It's a piece of sandstone, but it's not just sandstone. You can tell that there is something darker and very distinct embedded in the sandstone. She says, look at that laminate structure. You know what that is? That there's a fossil bone.
Well, hot damn. I mean, it's not shiny, but that is definitely worth something.
Yeah, so she'll
I'm
offer
glad
to...
I told you about it in the spot.
Yeah. So her find, she goes and for the combined total of both of your finds, it'll be 240 plus 360. So that'll be 600 split among the 5 of you. Because she rolled really well on her D6. She rolled a 6.
So we each get 120 then.
Yes. There are plenty of other systems that you can check out, because it's not only just prospecting, but like you might find, a great place that you think would be good for a colony, or that sort of thing. But yeah. If you guys want to check out,
I say we head on over to 2023.
okay.
Fine idea.
Yeah, I don't know if Colony would do well on this moon. Seems like a lot of hard terrain.
Yep,
Hard
you'd have to
terrain.
Hard terrain. Would be a little bit hard to breathe.
Tectonic activity.
Oh yeah.
Be good for a refuel point. Actually, what fuel are they using? I assume hydrogen, but
Yeah, hydrogen, helium-3, and I mean they still use like gas for at least some things because there was that whole Ariarchus was like an oil like collection facility basically, so oil is still valuable, but
Yeah.
yeah, for like
Also, it'd make for a pretty interesting theme park. Maybe with some buggies to go around.
well, given it's 1/10 Earth gravity, it might be a bit difficult.
Oh no, that makes it even more fun. Just treat it like a giant bounce house. Set up the tourists in spacesuits, have them jump around. Oh, it'd be a grand old time.
first you'll need to get tourists because it'll all depend on the result of these missions to actually fully connect the Farsbinward colonies back to the Middle Heavens. But if you want to note that in your briefing to Gaius, you certainly
Note
can.
note it down.
Yep, potential future
Note it down
tourist
to
attraction.
Gaius. Perfect spot for Whalers on Moon theme park.
Yep, you see him writing it down, but you're not entirely sure that he's taking you seriously. But he does.
The upper management at WayU will listen. There will be people here eventually, at some point.
Okay, so you guys are going to KOI 2023.
I do believe so.
Okay, let me. Okay.
And just to ask, because I can't find it in the rules, how much does a reload weigh?
It is not going to weigh anything. I'm going to say just because it's easier. It's easier that way.
Wonderful.
Okay, so let me first make the measure. So you guys undock from the, you guys have already undocked with the Iania because you used it because you went to explore KOI 781.05B, or was it? Or try to remember which one it was. It was KOI 7105, I think C or D. But also, you guys all get one rad because that, with no atmosphere and being around a gas giant, the planet is bathed in weak radiation. So a week's worth of exposure to that would give you one rad. So you can mark that on your character sheets.
Hold up. So, Amos would have gone down in his suit.
I'll let you roll stamina.
He's got an eco all-world survival suit. Let me.
I remember reading. I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it actually says if those are.
Yeah, let me double check.
Where are the? Oh yeah, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, it does not say that it.
Yeah, it doesn't say radiation, which is.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah. So you guys are all going to take a rad.
Comedically enough, the fatigues do, I think.
Oh, let me. Do they? They prevent. It says heat, cold, and vacuum. So
Where
not.
the snake did I see radiation? I do remember seeing radiation. I do apologize for being misleading, however.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open because you guys rads do disappear with time, to at least to a certain degree. Like let's see, high normal, panic, other hazards. Okay.
Okay, no, I'm remembering that the CBR kit detects radiation.
Ah, okay. So, luckily, you guys heal the radiation, at least if you... Everybody roll me a single stress dice. And as long as you don't roll a 1, you're good.
Where is the rolling a stress dice thing?
I'm trying to... Let me look. Yeah, if you just...
Oh, just roll a generic 1d6?
That's good enough. And did any... Okay, so none of you got 1, so you guys can remove the rad from your... Because basically every time you're about to heal a rad, which happens after you... Like, one shift after you've left the irradiated area, you roll a stress dice. And if you get a 1 on that stress dice, instead of healing, that rad becomes permanent. So, yeah, radiation is not good. Because...
Need to be topping off on that iodine.
Yeah, and any time that you're you're getting an additional point of radiation, let's say you already have 1 rad, and you're taking a second rad, you roll 2 stress dice, and for every, let me double check exactly. For every success on that roll, you take 1 point of damage. So, yeah. And also, as long as you remain in a hotspot, if you're broken from radiation, you cannot recover health in any way, which includes medical aid. So, yeah, watch out for radiation. Anyways, let's go to... Let's go to KOI 2023. Allow me to share the survey with you. So this planet is the 3rd planet in the system. It orbits a K-class orange dwarf. Its day is relatively short, not incredibly short, but pretty damn short, at only 16 hours. There is weak radiation, like there was in the KOI 781 surveyed kind of planet, but this planet is hot, though not as hot as KOI 78401, but it is very hot. For reference, the Earth's average surface temperature is 287 Kelvin, which is roughly, I think that's 15 degrees Celsius. And this is an average surface temperature of 20 degrees more than that. 35 degrees Celsius is like 90 something, I believe. So, yeah, this planet is hot. And it's got a dense atmosphere, so... like...
So it's an entire planet as hot as North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's planet swamp ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially with the dense atmosphere, meaning, like, the air feels like soup.
Exactly, air made of hot soup.
Yeah, that's 95 degrees average temperature. So that's averaging both the north, like, the polar regions and the equator, so...
So in reality, there's no ice at the poles, and the equator is boiling.
Yeah, the equator is probably close to, like, 50 degrees Celsius. So, but, like, yeah, in the more temperate regions, it's probably reasonably comfortable. Like, so if you guys want to, do you guys want to prospect here, or do you want to move on?
My vote is for the South Pole.
South Pole?
Yeah, let's stay comfy.
Okay. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
that's
really going to
good.
have any effect on like your like the temperature isn't going to have an effect if you're because you're surveying by air, so you're going to be in like a vehicle. You're not going to be exposed directly to it.
Well, if we're flying around, then the northern hemisphere. Well, nah, southern hemisphere.
I
Okay.
say we do a low pass over these great beasts and get a better look at them.
Okay. Well, someone's going to have to.
Well,
make this
you know what?
Let's roll a dice.
Let's rock paper scissors for it.
Yeah. So you guys roll off.
All right, roll a d3, and whoever gets higher wins.
Yeah. Let's see how many times you guys get the same result.
Yep.
Okay. Amos, we're going to the South Pole. That's where you wanted?
Yep. I will
Okay.
roll observation.
Yep. And you get a +1.
It's not gonna be any strippers at this pole, Amos.
Okay, now roll me a d66. And we're gonna add 1 to that 10's dice, so that's gonna be a 43. So let me. $43 is you find minor deposits of iron, tin, and some other common ores.
Well, at least I might be able to make a little bit out of here, but that's not super interesting.
Yeah. If you guys want to check out a few other few other systems, you can, but you can also kind of move on and.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of here.
Okay. So let me first just double check. Okay, so 3 parsecs. It would have taken you 30 days, so you guys would get another week's worth of, or 2 weeks worth of salary because it takes you a week to do the prospecting, and roughly 4 weeks to, in cryo, so yeah, that adds up to 2 weeks of extra salary, and then the minor fine, roll me a d6. Okay, so that is going to be worth $80. Split 4 ways, so you each get 20 Wayland-Yutani fun bucks.
You know what?
Amos
is going to grab his 20. No, Amos is going to grab his $20, break it all down to ones, and hand them all to Cliff. It's like, here, for your adventures at the stripper poles. Sorry that the last poles that we visited weren't nearly as exciting.
I'm sure they'll make their way into some undies soon.
Undies nuts.
And how?
Sorry, go ahead.
And how much was the pay again?
$80, so split between the 4 of you, that's $20 each.
I meant the weekly.
Oh,
I do apologize.
so you get 2 weeks. 2 weeks of your salary.
2 weeks.
Someone writing this all down so I can just add it at the end.
Yeah, let me.
I guess it's less of getting ripped off, considering we're still getting paid our weekly rate, like on top of all of our fines,
Yeah.
bonuses.
Yeah, but the extra hard work you're putting in is.
Yeah, it's still a ripoff, but it's not as much of a ripoff.
Yeah, and you never know. You might get. It might end up being.
We might get lucky.
Might get lucky. I'm surprised that a prospector didn't take the prospecting talent that allows you to roll twice on the like 2d66 and choose the better one.
I'm probably going to try and get that talent next.
Okay, yeah. I mean, no.
I thought there was going to be a lot more vehicle fun.
Oh, I mean, keep in mind, you guys have like the Solovetsky Island has like vehicles like on board. So like if you're going on like kind of land side, you're able to like you guys are able to see the Solovetsky Island sheet, right?
That was a question. Let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, in the bio, it tells you the second. Look at the second paragraph. It tells you all of the vehicles that are on board that you can potentially deploy when you're on the when you're kind of planet side. So. Okay. So what's the 30 plus 7? So that's 82, 112. So day. Because that's 105. Yeah, and the ship's log will tell you, like, how long, are you guys now going to Gorham Colony?
Yep. I think
Yeah, I
so,
think we-
unless
You
Yeah.
don't have now.
Might as well.
Okay. That's gonna be that's gonna be another 6 days, so not quite a week. But that'll be a quarter, I'll round it up, say that you guys get a quarter of your week's salary for the weekend, roughly a week in cryo-sleep. So
Quarter week, you said?
yeah, because yeah, your cryo-sleep salary is a quarter of your normal weekly salary. So let me just, that'll be, now you're in, what is it, KOI, 650. Okay. Yeah, your ship's log is going to tell you everything you need to know, because you can basically figure out how many weeks you've got based on the pay. So, you guys are straight zooming to where you want to be. And I don't know why it even gives the... Because it has the option to put maps in folders, but it doesn't let you... If maps are in a folder, it doesn't let you transfer players to it. It's like really, really dumb.
That is.
It kind of defeats the whole point of having folders to like organize your maps. So
That does.
you guys have just entered orbit around KOI 2650 01. It's the first planet in this system. And let me grab the... Yeah, you guys should now see it's orbiting a red giant star. So it's surprisingly short orbit, but it is like the red giant is going to take up a large portion of the sky. It's a very dry planet. And as you're kind of heading into orbit, you receive a video call from Gaius. Gorham Colony, KOI-2650.01, is a mining colony. Established 2067. Terraformed. Our records show the planet is rich in pentelandite, iron ore, and some trace elements. The population in 2100 was noted as 1 million. Founded by J.V. Gorham, site of the deepest drilling apparently at 23 kilometers. Was introducing non-indigenous life to help with mining operations. Earth's standard gravity, orbits a red giant star with a diurnal length of 36 hours. Arid with high winds and frequent sandstorms. That's all I have for you. As you know, our mission is first and foremost exploratory and humanitarian. See what's there, and if anyone needs immediate assistance, then establish contact with any political authority and negotiate their return to the United Nations fold. If there's no one there, assess the planet for immediate recolonization, and don't forget to recover the colony's loan data disk so we can analyze their history. You will need to follow a colony potential report. I'm expecting your assessments of future mining potential, scientific research opportunities, any local life that's worth investigating, and of course, any ad hoc opportunities for scientific, commercial, or financial benefit. You will report your findings back to me. Hail and farewell.
Thanks, guys.
So,
Interesting.
Oh man, I hope we run into a relative of Gorham.
so
He was a real trailblazer, you know. One of the first explorers for the Wayland Corp.
Yeah, you guys are scanning the planet, kind of making, just passing over, in between the frequent storms, you can make out remains of isolated settlements across the planet's harsh, red-tinged landscape. Think almost like Martian in terms of the way it looks. All of them look industrial and mechanized. Pipes and smokestacks, tanks and containers all covered in dust. But none of them look anything other than deserted and derelict. What do you guys want to do?
I'm not seeing any people. You guys see any people?
Nope. Not seeing any people.
Yeah, you guys can, there are things you can do, kind of you can issue radio calls, you can kind of do stuff like that if you want to see if you get a reply, that sort of thing.
Yeah, let's try and radio the surface.
Good idea.
Yep. Amos runs up to the pilot and is like, I know a perfect way to radio them.
Okay.
Put on the Whalers on the Moon.
Okay, so everybody, you hear just at nearly deafening volume. But you get
They're gonna think we're terrorists.
Yeah, but you get no response.
Well,
However,
yeah, to that, they're probably thinking we're raiding them, not trying to get to help them.
Have you guys never been to the park on the moon?
Lunar
That
Park.
was such a joyous trip. As a young lad.
Welcome to Lunar Park. I'm gonna have to confiscate your alcohol. Better mascots than you have tried. That said, there is a heat signature and a bunch of electrostatic noise coming out from Tauntus Ravine, which is marked here at just south of the equator.
Just above that giant planetary ass crack I see.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
This planet's broken
Well-
and it's got a crack in it.
Well, better now than never. I say we set her down and look around.
How to lay her down. So, yeah, you're able to pinpoint the location in the middle of a vast rocky plain, cracked like a broken plane of glass with ravines, chasms, and canyons. Flyover reveals the facility, tucked neatly at the bottom of a wide ravine. You can now see that it has power, and on the plain above there's the glint of solar panels and the whirring of windmills. About 500 meters away along the ravine, to the east, rests the derelict remains of an old Bison-class ship, next to what looks like a crude access ramp to the ravine floor, big enough for a Daihotai 8x8. Now, your pilot's going to tell you, we can't land inside the ravine. It's far too, it's just uneven and broken ground. But closest we can try is, we can either set you guys on the ravine and you can rappel down. Might be able to land by that bison, but it'll still be a bit of work. So what's the plan here?
I'd say put us down by the bison. I mean, if there's anything functioning in that ship, might tell us what's been going on around here.
All right.
If the actual equipment is derelict, then the ship is probably what's providing power, so we probably should check that out first.
Yeah, we'll find out. Let's just. Sorry, let me get your.
So, are we suiting up for this one?
Actually, that is a good question.
There is an atmosphere. You note that, based on the, it's a thin atmosphere, but it is breathable. But you also note that there is a great amount of dust, and you noted that there are frequent sandstorms. So make of that what you will, and however you want to.
Do we still have our respirators from how long ago was it? Like 2 months ago?
Yeah,
That's still in my inventory, so.
Yeah, there's no reason why you
I'm
wouldn't
taking
have.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least put that on.
Yeah, so.
Well, you all can get sand in your britches. I'm going out in my eco suit.
Okay. So, you guys are going out to the
I'm not
bison.
gonna put the rebreather on yet, but I'm bringing it.
Yeah, and remember, obviously, because you're in in the ship, you are able to fully restock your air supply, any power supply, that sort of thing for any equipment.
Cool. And actually, just so I ain't making rolls or anything, is there a way to disconnect the oxygen supply and just use a filter?
I'm gonna say you'd have to roll me a heavy machinery to make sure you can do that without damaging the mask itself. Or I would let you jury rig up. I would let you jury rig up by a piece of cloth or something like that if you can kind of get it around your face in a way that'll.
Trying to think for a sec whether or not to argue with that or not. I don't think it's. Yeah, okay, I'll roll. That did not work. So.
I'm gonna say that you realize you're not able to do it, but you don't destroy the equipment. You just realize, man, it sucks. This thing is just hardwired. It's perfectly sealed, and any sort of kind of tampering like that just would kind of destroy
almost as if it's planned obsolescence made by a greedy company that wants to sell disposable products.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. The ship manages to touch down. It's a little bit rough, but it kind of throws you guys for a little bit. But there's no damage to the ship or anything like that. It's just very uneven ground.
Yeah.
So are you guys heading out to look at the bison?
I'd say yes. And I'm just going to keep my respirator with me. I'm not going to wear it.
Okay. So, on your way out towards the kind of, exit airlock of the ship, the the ship's ICC inspector, Tand Latchman, is going to approach you. I need to come with you on this one. I need to see firsthand how you are going about applying ICC protocols in the field.
Sure, could always use another set of eyes.
Okay. Now,
Better keep your ass behind me then.
you guys get out, and you see that this ship looks like it's very much a derelict. Like, it's not space-worthy at all. It looks like it's just been left there to gather dust.
Hey, Victor, what do you make of the electronics on here? How long have they been down?
Sorry, trying to get everything back up.
No worries.
Whatever's going on, actually, could you more... Does it look like it's been abandoned, or does it look like it's been salvaged, picked for parts?
It looks like it's been abandoned, but it looks like someone went in there more recently than when it was abandoned, but not... Like, it doesn't look like it's been, like, kind of torn, like, looked at for scraps. It doesn't look like, say, it's been, raided by scavengers or something like that.
Cannibalized, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look... Yeah,
Not, that is.
But, yeah, it looks like... you're guessing about a year ago someone might have last been in there.
Yeah. Now, is that the actual initial abandonment, or...
No,
actually,
it was
no.
abandoned far before that.
Okay.
Hey, Victor, you measuring the amount of dust in them footprints? You gotta get out a real tiny ruler for that. I mean, just everything's super dusty, the footprints is a little less dusty.
Yep. Yeah.
Just...
I really need to work on paying attention, apparently.
Well, clearly it's been sitting here a while.
Yes, it has.
Do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to explore the ship itself?
Let's check it out.
Sure. And actually, if I might ask, what footprints are you referencing? I completely missed that. I do apologize.
Yeah, you're not seeing any footprints. Like, the dust, like, anything more than, like, a couple hours old would probably be scoured.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. Just his
Amos
character was saying something. So.
Casually waves his hand behind us. I'm just yanking your chain, Victor.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Good chunk. Because Amos is in that big ass suit.
Yep.
Yeah. So...
Yo, Amos, $50 said you still get sand in your ass somehow.
You know what? You're on.
Okay. So
Be
you
careful
guys...
what you wish for.
Yep, you guys get into the ship, and what are you guys looking for? Like, in terms of like information or not information? I guess like
Well, I got an idea.
I'd say priorities are actually cheesy.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll for observation first.
Okay.
That would probably be a good idea.
What'd you get? Okay,
I got
one
a success.
So you hear this you hear a skittering and slithering kind of coming from in between like some of the kind of piping and stuff, like it's like there's some sort of animals like that have taken up residence in here, but you also note that there's just the faintest hum of that seems to indicate that there's just a tiny bit of power left in this ship that could be used to fire up the computers that might give you some information.
But there's no evidence of anybody living in here.
No, nobody living in here, no. But you guys are 500 meters to the east of like the facility that you saw was kind of online and powered.
Hey, Victor, you think you can get these computers running? See what happened to these people?
Probably, if there's enough power left.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Something this old, be surprised it doesn't just burst into flames.
Yeah, you are able to get things working, and you find that there is some records left from on this this ship that tell you some rather interesting information. Allow me to share that with you.
Wonderful. Ooh, we got some explicit deletions. Something happened here. Alright. Should I read this out loud?
Feel free if you want to.
Alright. HMCSS Janku ship's log. Navigation systems officer access authorized. Navigation data layer accessed. Primary database deleted. Secondary database deleted. Factory reset. Auxiliary and emergency beacon data deleted. Navigation data layer deleted. System reboot. No navigation data found. Primary, secondary, auxiliary, etc. Data not found. Ship drive systems enabled. Warning, flight operations without navigation data are not advised. Communication systems online. Signal O/G. Granddaughter. This is Uncle 5 reporting in. We found the outpost on Gorham Colony. No resistance. The people made a dash for their storm cellar the minute they realized we spotted them. Only one functional ship. This job is done. No problems. One less set of navigation data for those to get their hands on. See you at the rendezvous. Uncle 5 out.
So, that's a interesting little tidbit of information. It not only tells you that there are people alive in this, like, in the nearby facility based on the communications, but someone has been going around deleting navigational data from ships.
Yep. It's like someone's trying to specifically induce sort of, Actually, does Warhammer as a fictional concept exist yet in this universe?
I'll say so, yeah. I'll give it that.
My character is a bit of a nerd, so he would probably be somewhat familiar. Some sort of warp storm type thing.
Yeah. It's, if you remember, the letter that you found on the ship, the crash ship on, outside of Dillon City, it seemed that the children were specifically looking for intact nav computers and data.
So I'm wondering, these guys are going around trying to prevent the children from getting their hands on stuff. But these people are scared of them too, so who are they?
Yeah, you might find out. But
the plot thickens.
Yeah, so it seems that the children are trying to aid something that is trying to navigate or trying to make its way to potentially the middle heavens, because why else would they need navigation data from ships that have been, to Earth or the middle heavens if they weren't trying to get there, right? So
So they built a homemade spaceship and are trying to look for coordinates to bring it back to where we're from.
Not necessarily homemade.
Yeah, given how we've met them, I don't like that.
Yeah.
My character would not be a fan of that idea. I think the mother should stay here. Or preferably far away from both places.
Yeah. There's something that you probably would have found out more information if you'd been able to talk to the refugees from the cult for longer. But yeah, based on the letter and this information,
Well, they're just trying to spread the gospel of perfection.
Yeah, of perfection, and trying to get the perfected to... Well, you're not entirely sure, but you know that this group, whoever's wiping navigation data, seems to be working against them.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, now you know specifically.
We should try to find the storm cellar.
Yep, specifically now you know that there is something very bad that exists within this area of space that is seeking navigation data and wants to reach the middle heavens.
Well, actually, we haven't been explicit. Have we been explicitly told that that's their plan? Because we just know that they're looking for navigation data.
You're able to deduce that from the fact that they're explicitly looking for navigation data, and from the context of Michaela's letter, suggests specifically that they are trying to...
Okay, I just can't remember the text of the letter, so that works. I'll take your word for that.
Yeah, and whoever did this probably knows more about that threat and is actively doing what they can to stop them.
Yep. Well, I still got the computers up. Do we have anything on... Actually, black box would be a separate object, wouldn't it? Actually, yes, I might as well ask. Do we have anything on the black box and or inventory records? Or cargo manifest, technically?
Yeah. Unfortunately not. Seems like all of the old data has just been corrupted beyond retrieval.
Yep.
But...
You guys mind if we check out cargo? Can't find nothing on the manifest here. I want to make sure nothing here is going to, cause bigger issues later down the line.
Nope, no problem with me.
Okay. So, looking in storage, you don't see anything remarkable. It doesn't look like it's been looted, but it does not look like there's anything, important or contraband here. It just kind of looks almost like stock asset type thing. That's the vibe it gives you, is stock asset, there's really not anything in here worth, that's really any, of remarkable or of value.
So no, solar panels or anything like that?
No. The solar panels are you would suspect that, you imagine that a lot of that stuff has probably been taken, has already been taken away, or kind of carried away. Possibly brought to the nearby little mining facility type area.
Yeah.
It's just boxes and boxes of packing peanuts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they were shipping. Just packing peanuts.
Yeah. The ship is 50% packing peanut by mass at this point. But
completely off topic for a second, but is it possible for us to buy non-equipment stuff with Weyland-Yutani Funbucks?
Yeah. I call
Stuff
them
like
bucks.
metal round stock or gold bullion, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say we'd have to work that out off camera because we'd have to figure out like the kind of conversion.
Oh yeah, completely.
But,
I just wanted to ask.
But yeah, I mean, I would allow it if we can figure that out.
Cool, because I'm not thinking most of these places would take credits, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's less than fiat currency. Anywho, I'll stop delaying. I'm assuming we're done here.
It looks like there's nothing else of value on here.
Okay, so do you guys want to head towards the facility?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Sounds good.
I'm gonna turn to the ICC inspector. We do everything by the book back there?
Yeah, it looks like thorough inspection and no trying to smuggle any fines past regulations. So you guys are performing adequately so far.
I'm gonna empty out a pocket full of packing peanuts in front of him.
He's gonna scoff. So, yeah, you guys are walking in towards the landing pad, or rather, kind of not landing pad, but like towards the. You're walking in this direction. You're walking towards the west, and you see 6 people coming out of like as you get to say here.
Gosh darn it.
Oops. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, I need to change the tool, that's why.
Yeah. Just make sure I have
I'm assuming they see us.
Yep, let me just okay. They appear to kind of
Now, who are they?
they all have weapons drawn, but they appear wary rather than like aggressive.
Hostile, yeah.
Yeah, think like kind of Old West type thing.
Yeah. I'll just wave.
They wave. The only one that isn't armed actually is. Let me make sure I have them right. Is the one who looks the youngest. They appear to be. They're approaching, still cautiously, but in 2 kind of blocks almost. You have your they'll do you guys want to say anything?
Marty will yell over. Hey, is everyone all right out here?
Oh yeah. We don't see a lot of people around these parts these days, as you might imagine. So
Yeah, we figured.
well, we weren't. We just need to know who you are, where you're from, and what the hell you're doing here. This isn't exactly a tourist spot.
Well,
We ain't exactly tourists.
yeah, he's right. We're on a mission. We're out here looking for colonies that have been sort of lost to the greater, middle heavens, and we're trying to reconnect everyone.
So you're on a rescue mission from Earth. It's
Essentially, yeah. I'm with a company called Wayland Yutani.
you mean Wayland?
Well, kinda. It's Wayland Yutani now.
Huh? Things really have changed back there. But someone make me an observation roll.
I'm not paying attention to I
I
kind
got
of
it.
am paying attention to the conversation, but not as much as the other guys, so I might as well.
Now, Victor, you notice that first off, these two they are approaching separately, as if they look to you almost like they're separate, almost like families, and they don't seem to really have a fondness each other. But you notice that they seem very excited the moment you tell them that you're from Earth, and you have a feeling that there's some unspoken history, and you have a feeling that there may be some drama that is going to head down now that they have the prospect of a real rescue coming about. If that makes sense. With this, they're going to lower their weapons and be like, "You're really from Earth, huh?"
Yeah, we're trying to reconnect colonies with the UNISC.
Is that so? Tell me, how are things in the rest of settled space? You know, after they left us to die and all that.
Well, as always, it's complicated. There are some conflicts ongoing currently.
Seems like there's that everywhere. You can't escape it. So, do you guys want to just... Who do you guys want to talk to? There are 6 people sitting before you. Or not sitting, but standing.
Which ones were more excited about the Earth thing?
Oh, both of them are. They seem to be... Like, you might be able to find out more if you talk to them, but kind of talk to them in pieces, some of the...
All right, I don't want to be awkward with these guys. So, two of you guys go talk to the further family, and one of you volunteer to go with me and talk to the first family.
I guess I'll go with the second one.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Victor.
Exactly who I was going to ask. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
I guess I'm with you, Marty.
Okay, who wants to start first?
Don't say anything weird to them, okay?
Okay, I will Keep a tight lip.
Stay out of
Be,
our way,
be, a,
ICC
be a
man.
silent robot.
Okay.
So, you guys in need of any immediate assistance? Before we get down to any business.
Which one are you specific? Which one of the three are you talking to specifically?
I guess the one in front here.
Okay. Let me. So he's going to introduce himself as Diego Morino. Well, the things have been tense as of late.
Is it?
It's just us, the Morinos and the Parks, but we really haven't had a lot of visitors over the years. We did. Our families are. They never got along, but out of necessity, we've been working together to survive. We've continued to mine the pentlandite, which we've traded with other colonies. So over the years, that's kind of dried up. But
So it's just you guys in this area, or do you think in the entire colony?
we're the only ones left on the entire colony. We haven't seen any other people except for those folks who we spotted them in a ship about a year ago, and don't know exactly what they did, but given how there can be plenty of pirates in this area, this area of space, we just went straight for the storm shelter. We didn't want them coming after us, but luckily they just whatever they did, they found what they were looking for, and they got out of our hair. So, but with you, it's been miserable around here. We just had to work just to scrape together enough food and water to survive. But now we finally have a chance to escape. But
So is that your goal is to get off this planet?
well, now it is. We didn't know that that was even possible. Like we didn't expect anybody coming for rescue. We figured the only people who would be coming would be more pirates or raiders.
What if we could help you rebuild instead?
If you can make this place less of a shithole, more of a proper place to live, that's a luxurious future for us. We'll be happy.
That's our goal.
Good. Do you want to talk to any of the others? Well, let's let Victor and Cliff go before you guys.
Other than just retreading ground, I'm not actually sure what to ask or what to say.
You can always just ask.
Yeah, might as well brass tacks. Ain't y'all injured? I do got a friend here's got a med kit if any of y'all having any issues.
No,
While they're talking about real.
we're all patched up just fine, but you
That's good.
from Earth itself, just finally. I mean, we've been at each other's throats for so long, just having to scrape together just enough to be able to work together and survive. But now, well, this changes everything.
I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully we can be of good assistance with that. I'll have to talk with the guys upstairs, but we should be able to, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, talking out of character, get y'all some supplies set up, and maybe even some more colonists that might be able to help you out. Sound good to you?
That'd be wonderful. Finally getting some recognition, finally getting back onto our feet.
Yep. Yeah, as much as I'm with ICC, by the way, as much as I don't like the corporations, if y'all have to be alive for them to make money, so I guess that is kind of a saving grace, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And now we can... Well... never mind. But... Never mind that. We can, we'll do what we can.
Actually, I should ask, have y'all been seeing anything around here, and tell me if I'm metagaming here, anything odd in terms of the fauna? Like stuff that you wouldn't expect? Or stuff you haven't seen?
No, things have been pretty normal around here. Of course, we've got the harvesters that we use to help build and expand the mines. We've got one of them penned up right over in the kennel over there. She points up to this area, but
what kind of hardship have you ran into? I heard mention of pirates.
Yeah, I mean, there's been pirates around these parts. Like, that's how a lot of the other little places like this that are empty now. That's usually how they got emptied. Just pirates came and.
What about any cults, crazy religious groups?
Luckily, we haven't seen any of that. But you never know around here.
Has anyone else ever visited you here?
No one
recently?
we've wanted to talk to, but about a year ago there was this ship we saw flying, and well, we figured they were just another set of raiders, so we went straight for the storm shelter, and well, luckily they let us
get a good look at it.
No, we fled for the proverbial hills as soon as we saw what might have been.
So no profile or no make or model or.
Not that we know. I'm sorry, can't be more help in that circumstance. But
would I be able to have a picture of our ship?
I mean, they would have seen your ship.
Okay.
But
so nothing at all like the ship we rode in on.
Hard to say. We only got a glance of just the barest glance of it.
Yeah, well, I can't say I blame you really for seeking cover right away.
Just for transparency's sake, I'll say, assuming the Janku over there is yours, they wiped the computers completely. Nav systems, manifests, everything. It's pretty much dead.
Huh. Well, at least it's not, at least they didn't do anything, because, I mean, we're sure as hell not using it. But, so at least it wasn't something, I mean, it could have been way worse.
Yep.
So, do you guys have any news or know anything about any of the other colonies around here?
No, we've been pretty much on our own. A couple of the other colonies have, let me just grab the...
Are you still there?
Yep. Yeah, sorry.
He has to actually verify the information because it's probably going to be important.
Yeah. That's the DM has to find something. Pause.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Nothing wrong with that.
The NPC just sitting there going,
Yeah, just there's a little circle over their head.
Loading screen.
Yeah, we had
It's a spinning circle.
yeah, the last places we were trading with were Capelli, July Colony, and Coretti. We really they just fell out of contact. But yeah, that's kind of how trade dried up, and now we're just left for kind of scavenging, trying to find food, and forced to work together with. They kind of look to the other family that were the Morinos with. You can tell there's there's history there with them, but
oh, you have never dealt with October Colony at all, have you?
I can't recall, but I don't think so. But the name is familiar, but
And I think I'm getting the sense here that you guys over here don't necessarily always see eye to eye with the rest of your compatriots over there.
compatriots, we're just working
guys
with them
have some
because we
history?
have to. Oh, I wish I could. Yeah, we've got a lot of long history, but we've had to put that aside for the most part as much as we can, just to make sure that we can keep the peace to keep from killing everybody.
Yeah, well, I probably shouldn't pry then. Better not stir up those memories again, right?
I mean,
Probably for the best.
But yeah, we got plenty of food and supplies. We can get you guys back up and running.
well, that's just fantastic. Sorry.
Well, unless y'all got anything real super important, I should probably be talking with your boss man, because I believe company procedure at the moment is I need to look over y'all's logs, get some copies made, such like that.
Oh, you mean the long data disc?
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's down in the. Make sure I have that. That's in the just the basement vault. And we can escort you there so you can grab it. But yeah, so you guys are you guys trying to talk to like each person individually, or are you kind of addressing them together as a group?
Yeah, probably just discoursing as a group.
Yeah, it's a group.
Okay.
But yeah, if in universe the other group is done talking, then yeah, an escort would probably be fine. But
Yo, Marty, ready to get the long data?
I think we'd be talking probably to the other two as well here.
Yeah.
Chat with them.
Just sorry, I realized there were two characters. They're not going to be there yet, but I realized I forgot to make them actual character sheets, so I'm putting them in now. At least, part of their.
slightly off topic, but is the plants in those greenhouses, are they freestanding or are they in the soil?
Let me just check.
And yeah, you're doing probably more important things. I was just wanting to ask
No,
for...
it's okay. Let me... They are... It doesn't say, but I would imagine that they're probably in the ground. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Thank you.
That's when you guys start to hear shit! Everybody, get inside! Now! Both families start making their way for the control block.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, you guys note, like, you see just this massive plume of dust and sand, like, kind of just rolling in. Just... And, yeah, it's, you guys, as you're running to the storm shelter, you guys, you receive, you're getting a call. It seems to be coming from the ship.
Marty here.
Yeah, this is Dutch. There's a storm coming and it's close and it's big. I can't recover you guys before it hits, so I'm gonna have to take the ship into orbit to avoid any damage. But we'll come down as soon as it's safe.
Alright, we got cover, so we should be good.
Okay, so now you got the woman Amelia Morino that she introduced herself to you. She tells you that you guys can weather the storm in the storm shelter, and staying outside, it'll be fatal. But yeah, they look like they're going to just. They look like they're, as you guys go into the storm shelter, you see that they're starting to like brace as many of the, or secure as many of the kind of areas of the facility, like the storage, the kennel, greenhouses, and everything, like before the storm hits.
Cliff will assist them.
They're actually going to, yeah, you can assist some of them. I'll say that you guys can kind of batten down the hatches at in like mining storage before the storm like really hits, and now you have to get into the. Let me make sure I have
Well, I'm not one to argue with the locals. place yourselves. Amelia, Diego.
Okay. So you guys are all in there together. And the last two people, or rather the last person in, is Benny. He's he's sweating pretty, he's dashing to the storm shelter in a sweat. But, you can see that, one of the women is becoming distraught. You notice there are only 5 of them, where there's previously, when they greeted you, there were 6.
Are we missing someone?
You see where... I'm trying to find... Did I not... there we go. She is, She was introduced as Violet Parks. She looks absolutely distraught. She is trying to hold the door open, waiting for someone to come in. Danny, where are you? You need to get in here! Danny! She's screaming at the top of her lungs as the wind continues to rage and build up, and dust starts to kind of almost flood into the storm shelter. And, Benny, this, young man here, is going to grab a hold of her while this man here, introduced to you as Morgan, seals the shelter hatch.
Wait, what about Danny?
There's no time. You can see that that Morgan is right. That he's right. Like, sand is starting to pile up. Like, you can actually feel it, like, hitting you in the face, and, like, it really stings. Like, you can actually feel, like, top layers of skin being, like, peeled off by just the abrasiveness of this dust just coming at you at such speed. Like, if you were out there for any period of time and, like, you didn't have, like, you weren't sheltered, like, it would strip the flesh from your... It would just strip the skin from your flesh. And now the... Violet, still distraught, she's no longer held back by Benny. Morgan kind of walks back down the stairs after sealing the hatch, and Violet punches him right in the face. You! You left Danny out there to die! And why? What? Because of a stupid little... Oh, I know why. You always hated him. You always hated little Danny. My sweet, sweet Danny.
What's going on? Why would he hate your own guy?
Danny was a Morino. None of them can be trusted. You just like him because you were sleeping with him, you whore. You double-crossing, cheating harlot. Morgan kind of angrily looks at Violet. Yeah, because you're a terrible husband. You were abusing me. You would call me horrible things. I can't remember the last time you acted like you loved me. Lies! You're only saying this because you've got these new people who don't really know who you are. Like, that's all flat out lies. What? Because you wanted a younger man? Am I too old for you? Things seem to have heated up.
What is the deal between you guys and the Morinos anyway?
Who are you gonna ask?
I'm addressing the guy, because he's the one that seems angrier now.
Yeah, Morgan, yeah, they're both angry, just for different reasons. Those Morinos can't be trusted. Trying to remember. Our father, Patrick, those Morinos, their older brother, he points at Amelia and Diego, killed our father's wife and children, other children, rather. That was... And then... That's where it all started. Those backstabbers couldn't be trusted.
What do you mean they killed?
They left him for dead. Patrick, our, let me make sure I have the relationship right. Yeah, yeah, they killed our mother. They killed our mother and left our father for dead.
You have evidence?
Just ask him yourself. He's out, he was out doing a food run. But when all of this blows over and he comes back, he'll tell you all about it. Diego's gonna say, now wait just a damn minute. You're the murderers here. Our older brother, Jose, your Patrick, murdered him in cold blood 20 years ago. I remember it oh so vividly. I was 9 years old. I had to lose my brother because your old man was crazy. So don't talk to me about who can't be trusted. They seem to segregate themselves at this point, lying in the shelter.
But you guys do all realize it's the storm that killed Billy. He heard it just like the rest of us.
Danny, you mean?
Oh, whatever his name was.
Well, that may be, but Well, Violet, that may be, but something could have happened. Like, we could have gone. They could have looked for him. We could have gone out and looked for him instead of just closing the door at the first opportunity.
I mean,
Instead of being so focused on closing down the hatches that probably aren't going to hold anyways. Why were there not call signs? Why were we not keeping a closer eye on each other? Is that not the reason why we're together in the first place?
Now you guys have just experienced a loss, so of course you're mad and upset, but let's not take it out on each other right now.
They've all the Parks have segregated themselves to one side while the Morinos are on the other. They're not really in the mood to talk to each other.
You know, in survival situations, you had to make tough choices. And sometimes that means people don't make it. But if you left that door open, we'd all be gone right now. I guess
I know
there's
something more. There's Violet's just saying. There's something more. I know. I just know it. There's some foul play out here.
Well, we got another mess on our hands now, Marty.
you could say we got a good old family feud going.
All right, family, send your first member up.
Okay, who do you guys want to talk to? You have a feeling it's going to be kind of a person by person at this point.
Let's talk to Violet now,
Okay.
because she's the one that was distraught about Danny.
Yeah, I mean, the Morinos were distraught as well, but she seemed... It was odd because, Morgan, Violet, and Benny... Morgan and Benny did not seem to really care that much. But, yeah, the Morinos definitely cared. They just weren't, it didn't stick out to you as, as odd, just being that you could kind of tell that the families did not have a particular fondness of each other, with each other, or for each other.
It wasn't a big outburst like hers was.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay. Just a second. I'm just finishing entering. Okay, there we go. So. Oh. Poor Danny. They just left him, I know it.
So it seems like you and Danny have something going on. Like, you guys are kind of breaking this family feud going on.
I was in love with him, and I just wanted to take our share of the fortune and just escape this place for good. Morgan was an abusive husband. He would hit me. He would call me all sorts of horrible things. And Danny offered to escape away from all that. But if I can if he's still out there, he was a smart boy. He must have found somewhere to take shelter.
So, what do you mean sharing the fortune?
Well, in the vault we have stashed a part. We have a an inheritance, if you will.
Is some of this family fighting to do with the inheritance?
Well, it it's it seems to mainly be about the family. Like, well, we had no way to use all the money, so I suspect that might be some of it. But it seems, but I feel like it's the history of the feud that's really like that's really causing a lot of problems. Morgan obviously had his reasons, but that didn't mean he had to resort to murder. And he's an abusive bastard anyway.
Okay, I can see that. And so Danny was your escape from your husband?
For my husband, from the feud, just we could love each other without worrying about the issues with our families.
Well, hopefully hold up somewhere, and we'll find him when the thing blows over.
Now, Violet, did he have any comms equipment on him?
Any what? Comms equipment?
Yeah, like a radio or something like that. I mean, being in this here suit, and you just hear Amos smacking
Clink, clink.
the Evo suit. I mean, I do have radio in this thing. I could try patching into something and see if he's listening.
I don't think he did. There was never really
Oh, well.
any need for that kind of thing when we were always within shouting range of each other.
Oh well, that was worth a shot.
Okay.
I think we should go talk with the Morinos. They might know where to look after the storm blows over.
Okay. Which one do you want to talk to, Diego or Amelia? You get the feeling that Amelia is kind of the leader.
Yeah. We haven't talked to her yet, so let's talk to her.
Yeah, she was the one kind of talking to you when you first arrived, but...
Okay.
but
I thought we were talking to Diego.
No, Diego, you briefly talked to him. He seemed to be pretty... he was the one, for example, who just told you about the father of the others, Patrick Parks, being shot by his brother, or his older brother Jose being shot by Patrick, and how they couldn't be trusted. But yeah, Amelia was just the one who like kind of first greeted you, but you get the feeling that she's the kind of voice of the...
Okay, so we'll talk to her then.
Okay.
So, do you think Danny would have been able to hole up somewhere else in here and be safe for the storm?
I mean, it is possible, but he should have known to come right over to the storm shelter.
What was he doing right before the storm? Was he like securing something?
I saw him securing something with working with Benny over there. So That's that. Maybe there's. I mean, that would just be. It wouldn't surprise me if the parks were trying to get rid of one of us. The parks. I mean, now that you're here, like, families don't need each other, and that means that the feud is back on. There's nothing holding it in check. I have a feeling the parks think that now that you're here, they don't need us. So they might just be trying to knock us off one by one, so that they can take the stash of the fortune and the claim just for themselves. When everybody can be just as rich as Croesus, well, there's going to be a lot of unnecessary suffering. I'm trying to keep my brother calm, but there's only so much I can do. He watched Jose, our older brother, die, shot by Patrick. That was 20 years ago, but when you're a 9-year-old and you have to watch your own older brother die, that is it's not a memory that's easy to shake.
I understand, but let's not jump to any conclusions yet.
It would seem odd to me that they would do something right now when you got outside eyes that could report the situation back.
I would agree with that.
Especially since you guys have been in other storms before and no one took advantage.
Well,
To
keep in
off
mind,
somebody.
Now we've got people who are telling us that that we've got our ticket. We've got our ticket to fixing this whole place. We've got someone here to save this place. Before, like, now we don't have to worry about just scraping everything together to survival. So it's like they might just see us as they don't need us anymore. To be fair, we don't need them anymore, but that doesn't mean we should just kill each other. Try and get the...
Right, well, part of getting our help is coming back into the rule of law. Which would definitely not look good if you're killing someone right now.
Well, hopefully they're able to see it that way, and hopefully I can keep Diego in check, but all I want is to keep the peace and resolve this with minimal bloodshed, or at least ideally none. But
well, don't
Victor-
put us in a position where we gotta broker some kind of ceasefire deal. Because I'm not a negotiator.
Victor's gonna scribble down something about suggesting transferring families to separate colonies.
okay, but
Was
Should we
there more
talk
to that
to,
syllable?
But I mean, keep in mind the vault is only accessible with 2 key cards, and there's well, there's always, it had to be one from each family. So in order to access that vault, and Danny held one of those. So if the Parks killed him, they have a Parks key card and a Morino key card. They can get in there without us. They could steal the whole thing once the storm is over.
I would think there would be a lot easier ways than doing that. Especially when, as soon as they find him, if he's dead, then, well, that'll be known.
So, it's been about one shift, and you start, you hear something flooding in, and the entire basement and the access tunnel that got you here is filling with water. You guys need to get out of here.
Are you saying
So,
like the reactor, the workshop down here?
It's flooding the basement, like the entire, kind of the whole basement, mainly just the basement in general, and then the access tunnel to the storm shelter. Like, it's not looking good. Like, if you stay in here, you're going to drown.
Well, I take it your water storage tanks just went.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, people, we have to get out of here.
Okay, so the easiest way, or well, the only way that you're really going to be able to get out, like, easily, or not necessarily easily, but like quickly, is if you use the shelter's roof hatch. But yeah.
yeah, pop it open. Does it got a lock?
No, but it was kind of firmly latched, but you're easily able to like kind of get that unsecured. But it's gonna take a firm push to push it open because it opens upward. But as you open it, water immediately starts to gush into the shelter. But
Is the storm still raging?
the storm seems to have passed now, for now. But yeah, you're gonna need to, like, the access hatch is not wide enough for you all to go at once. And so I'm gonna say you guys know that this hatch, like, it's being weighed down by water, and the moment you open it, you know that the water's gonna start flooding in. So you better make a kind of a plan of escape before you open it. So
Well, I'm going to strap my rebreather mask on.
I should
Yeah.
probably do the
Bring it
same.
okay.
And I'm going to grab a hold of one of it doesn't really matter who, one of the NPCs down here.
Okay.
They're gonna make sure they get out in one piece.
Is it going to require a strength roll to open the door?
No. It's heavy, but it's not something that like is gonna require a roll.
And will it stay open on its own?
You're gonna need to hold it open.
Amos
Then I'll
can
go
take
through-
care of that.
Okay. So you guys
I think Amos is the strongest.
Not only that, I am also in a sealed suit.
yeah.
That would be appreciated.
Okay. So any of you guys who don't have like an air supply that can work underwater?
That would
I
be
have
most
a
of the NPCs.
rebreather too, so
Okay, so you all have that type of equipment.
yeah, I think each one of us is going to grab one of the family members and push them out first.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
So-
good.
Yeah, you guys are able to get out. Everybody make me an air supply roll.
So do I guess I lose an air supply then.
Yeah. So, you guys,
Isn't it only on a panic you lose an air supply?
yeah. Yeah, it's only on a panic.
Okay, never mind then.
So Amos will go down to 5.
Yeah, so...
So yeah, I guess we're all good then.
Yep. So, now do you guys want to, do you want to assess the, do you guys want to make an assessment of what's going on? Assess the situation?
Yes.
Yeah, like where's the
Yes.
water coming from?
Well, the water is no longer an issue. Like, it's like the basement is probably flooded to the level of a meter since you've now kind of made it so that the water can flood like across the basement, like entire, rather than like having the storm shelter sealed. But it was the water tanks. These right here. They are destroyed. Like, they're collapsed. They also have smashed into the Parks' house and they're leaving there's a gaping hole running from the roof to the foundations.
Well, that's pleasant.
The door to the harvester kennel is battered and standing wide open. And if you'll recall, one of the families told you that there was a harvester, or there was an animal in there that they used to assist in mining, or like kind of constructing tunnels. But there's nothing in there now.
I want to try my motion tracker. See if maybe I can find any sign of Danny moving, like still alive or something.
You're not getting anything. Unfortunately.
I
Damn.
don't know if I need to roll for power, but...
I'm gonna say no, not this time, because, yeah, you just, like, turned it on, and, yeah, there was nothing. So... Yeah.
Can I go inspect the water tanks?
Yeah! Yeah. The other things that you notice, the vehicle bay has collapsed. The tractor that was out there is lying on its side, very badly damaged, and at least one rugged tire is shredded and useless. The comms aerial that should be standing atop the comms array on the southern cliff, so this one, is it hangs over the precipice. So this is all stuff at like the top of the ravine. It hangs over the precipice. It's just held by a tangle of cables. Most importantly, you note that the base is completely dark and silent with no power running at all. The only thing that seeps in is gloomy red sunlight. And if any of you have comms to the ship, you'll note that it's all just static. Because the base comms here are now out of action, and the storm is, though it's no longer raging on the surface, it's still raging throughout the upper atmosphere, and that seems to be jamming your comms. The windmills here in this mini-mill field are bent and broken. Some seem to have been just torn away entirely, but a lot of them still stand and look like they might be operable. And the solar panels appear to be, like, they're pretty heavily covered in dust, but, like, you could potentially kind of clean them off and repair them. It would take a lot of work. It would take a long time, but yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna yell over to the boss. this sort of damage common after these storms?
Well, we haven't had a storm that intense in as long as I can remember. But damage is very common. If you look more closely, you'll see, like, a lot of, like, signs of kind of patchwork repairs kind of done over and over again.
Yep. Any signs of foul play? Thermite, explosives, that kind of thing?
No, nothing. Looks like just sheer...
It got pushed over by a bit too much wind.
Yeah, and also just, like, the dust was abrasive enough and carried at high enough speed to just, like, kind of strip through the metal, because it was roughly it was a whole shift that you were stuck in that storm shelter. So
Yep.
it was being scoured by, like, really, really intense dust that was able to, like, remove skin from like, flesh for about 8 hours.
Just a giant sandblaster.
Effectively, yeah.
Jot down
Any trace of Billy?
abrasive resistant
I
materials.
mean, Danny, why can't his name be Billy, damn it?
That would be nice.
I mean, Cliff, you call everyone Billy.
I hope you're actually calling him Billy in character. And they just give you a look like,
Jesus Christ.
what the hell?
What the hell's wrong with him?
There's only 6 of us. You can't remember one name.
The only name I remember is Billy, and it's wrong.
That's amazing, and I love that.
Alright, what's most critical to get back online first? Water? Power?
I'd say power, because if we want to... Power and comms are both kind of equally important. I mean, if you want to be able to get back in contact with your ship.
Right.
So it seems like we need to get up to that comms ray and then dust off them solar panels.
I'll go work on the comms array. I got some decent tech. I'll see what I can fix.
Yeah, you also note, if you remember in the basement, there is a reactor down there. If all else fails, you might be able to get that started, but...
Yep.
Yeah, so... Yeah, you've got multiple options for power. So, where are you going?
Alright, I'll head to the solar farm.
Okay, so in order to get up there, you're going to need to climb the ravine, but you do not have the equipment to do so. It's impossible to scale these walls, but... Let's see there.
I'll just stare at the wall. The wall of the hill. Yeah.
You know, it crossed my mind for about 35 seconds.
So-
I probably should have bought some rope.
Though, if you ask, you might be able to get some, because clearly these guys have had to deal with restoring the power before.
So how do you guys get up there?
Well, we usually rappel up there. We've got some of those grappling guns in the stores in the control block.
Alright, I'll head over there.
Okay. Let me get you guys So, if you're able to get in through this way or this way, to look for the are you going to go straight for the stores, or are you wanting to look for anything else, or just like kind of look around, see if there's any?
Let's look around.
Okay. Well, if you want to look just in the stores in the control block, I can tell you what you find.
All right, let's look there.
In the stores, you find 2 protective suits with armor rating 2. You find 5 respirator units, though there's no air supply for any of them. And there are also 2 space sub ASSO-400 harpoon grappling guns.
Ass guns.
ASSO, yeah.
All right, guess I'm gonna take a harpoon gun.
Okay. Let me get you the... Yep, so... Yeah, put that as Space Sub ASSO-400. Let me just make sure that... Yep. ASSO-400. It doesn't matter. As long as that's all caps ASSO-400. Bonus 0, damage 1, range medium. And then armor doubled, single shot. I'll put that in chat there. So. Yep, so that's the stats on that. Do you want to look elsewhere in this, in the control block for anything, or?
Probably should check out the med base, see how that's doing, just for the sake of...
Okay.
Need to be jotting down stuff they need to resupply on.
Yeah, so you find an auto dock in here, which would give you, it'll give, if you were to bring someone in here that was in need of like healing, it would give you a +2 to your medical aid. You find 2 doses of something labeled Leggy-Snake Antivenom. So Leggy Snake Antivenom, 2 doses of that. You find 5 personal medkits and 20 doses of Never Sleep.
Crazy stuff, but I guess given the context, it works.
Okay, you guys gonna head back out?
I just noticed the other storeroom. Was that where all that stuff was, or?
Yeah, that stuff is found across like both of them.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, all the stuff I mentioned.
Never mind.
Does anybody want to take the other harpoon gun? Because there were 2.
I'm gonna say I'm still out looking for Danny.
Okay.
I was going to take one. Was that included in yours, or? Okay.
Oh yeah, there are 2. Because I assume that Marty took one.
Yeah, Marty took one.
Yeah.
I need to get up to the comms race, so I'll probably need to take one too.
Okay, let me just bring us back to the ravine. So make me an observation roll. Cliff.
Singular person or plural?
Cliff, because you're looking for Danny.
Take your time. Good.
Yep.
Okay, you do manage to find him. Let me just find the...
Are there any obvious signs of foul play, even though his flesh is probably
Let me...
burned off?
Yeah, you find him lying outside the ground floor door near his pod, so like right around here. Is anybody else following Cliff?
Amos is following him.
Can you ping again?
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, you find him. He's been scoured by the dust, and his skin has been just flayed. So, you and Amos get +1 stress level. With that additional success, either of you want to make a medical aid roll. This is basically to think like an impromptu like autopsy, like to look for.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Yeah. Try and figure out what killed him.
We can fix him.
We have
We
the
can
technology.
build him.
Do you want to push that? Oh, you should also have a stress.
Oh, my bad.
No worries.
Yeah, I guess I'll push it and add a stress.
Oh.
Nope, I failed to save his life.
Okay, so why don't you roll me the 2 stress die, just in case.
It would actually be 3, I believe.
Oh, yeah, because he, or it would be 2, because he, or no, it would be 3, sorry. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, roll me 3 dice. Okay, let's see, did any of those... Yep, you got a success on one of your stress dice. But, you also got a 1, so you're gonna need to roll me a panic. Okay. Oh, you only need to roll 1, so we're gonna go with the 4. But your stress level is currently 2. And you're... So... You note that he has a blow... There's a blow to his head, but that did not kill him. And your observation, you spot a bloodied wrench nearby. Violet is has also been looking around, and she turns the corner, and she sees Danny, and she does the.
Can I try to shield her from seeing the bloody wrench?
Yes, you can, but she's gonna see Danny, and she's gonna do the like Mother from Home Alone thing. The Kevin! But she's gonna fucking absolutely, like, start wailing. And,
I'm gonna tell Amos to, blind the other guys to try to hold her back so she doesn't tamper with the body or something.
So, the Morinos come around. Let me put Danny on the map. And if you guys are not gonna try and like search him, then Amelia is going to do so.
Well, I was gonna search him.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, go ahead.
I figured while I was doing the autopsy, I guess I just didn't get to it.
Oh, yeah. So, you are going to find that, he has an old Wayland Corps chip for, a return flight to Earth. But what's conspicuous isn't what's there, it's what's not.
What is it, the key?
Yeah, the
vault,
vault key
right?
card. Diego's
Well,
Those
that's
sons
curious.
those sons of fucking bitches. They're trying to fuck us over. Well, we'll get to them first. I guarantee it.
Now hold on. Why don't you let us outsiders here handle this investigation?
Okay, I am going to.
And
Let me see.
and when we put all these pieces together, we'll come up with a solution.
I'm gonna say that one of you guys is gonna make a manipulation roll if you're gonna try and hold him.
Would I be able to signal Marty to come over here?
If you call out for him, he'll hear you.
Yo, Marty, you better get over here. I found something.
I'm one way. Ah, shit. So,
We need to,
Danny didn't make it,
we
huh?
need to keep him calm here.
Well,
So-
what's the deal? What happened?
I'm gonna
Those
nudge my head a little bit so he
those
looks
Parks
in.
bastards tried. They killed Danny. Oh, pfft. You never liked your brother. Who's to say you didn't kill him and try to pin the blame on us so that you can have an excuse to kill us and take the fortune for yourselves? They're at each other's throats at this point.
Somebody has
Alright.
Danny's key card.
So someone's gonna need to make me a, because they both seem to be accusing the others of killing Danny to get to that key card.
Does anyone have any manipulation?
Okay, so I'm gonna do my talk their language, so I can
Okay.
get a +1 mod.
Okay.
Woo! Alright, sit down and shut up.
Okay. They actually seem to be listening to you.
Nobody's going anywhere, and no fortune can get claimed or spent or anything on this rock, so, chill out.
Okay, I'm just gonna do something real quick.
What was that?
Okay, yeah, so Diego seems the most ready to be violent, but like he's just barely holding it back. Well, we know there's some foul play here. It's gotta be one of those Parks. Sons of bitches.
I'm gonna talk to Cliff since I'm right next to him. We could get them to all turn out their pockets. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know if that's exactly by the book, but I don't care.
Did
I don't have the
somebody
resources.
say by the book? Tam Blashman kind of seems to have.
Alright, we don't have the resources to detain 5 people. So what do you suggest?
Proper protocol would be to inspect each one one-on-one. Get them alone, get them talking, earn their trust, confidence, or what have you.
Alright.
Also, we're probably gonna have to call it in a few minutes, so
Oh yeah.
maybe we should organize this and then get into interrogations the next session.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, we could keep them all under watch in one location and I guess bring them in one at a time. And
Okay.
but in the meantime, we should make sure none of them got any weapons on them or anything they could.
We know they have
You know.
weapons. They came out armed.
You say that, and they comedically all just unholster their guns and show them to you.
Well, let's make sure they can't access them.
Okay. So, just because we're going to need a couple minutes to kind of to do the experience stuff, we'll just say you guys have got your plan. So you guys are gonna. I'm gonna say that getting them to relinquish all of their weapons is not gonna be like that feud goes too deep, and after seeing one of their own already dead, they're not gonna trust anybody. Like but they will consent to kind of your idea of isolated, like kind of one-on-one, like interviews, so to speak.
A temporary ceasefire, I guess.
We won't do anything if they won't. So, let's divvy up experience for this session.
All right.
So, everybody gets 1 experience just for being here. If you risked or sacrificed something to further your personal agenda, you'll get 1 XP. If you risked your life for your buddy PC, 1 XP. If you challenged or stood up to your rival PC, take an XP. Did you make a panic roll? If you did, get 1 XP. Did you overcome a dangerous event? I would say yes. That's
All right.
another XP. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? I'm going to say yes. So 1 XP.
Found a body.
Yeah. Found a body and also found that important information about the wiping of navigational data.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Yeah, I feel like there wasn't much opportunity for that in this session. And then, did you earn any money? You did. So, I'm going to trust you guys on the buddy rival thing, and then the personal agenda thing you can talk to me privately about whether or not you got the XP. Note that you can't spend XP outside of downtime, so like between this session and next session, it's not like you could spend 8 XP to like, gain a new talent or anything like that. But it does mean that the next time you have downtime, you'll have, potentially you'll have like 2 sessions of building up XP so that you'll have more to spend.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so this session is a little bit of a slow burn. It's not as intense as our first expedition, but
Narrative heavy.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
I like
this
this
one.
one,
It's
though.
less chaotic and more of like a mystery.
yeah, this one's much more like kind of
Like a Star
Western
Trek
family
episode.
drama. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of, I think, what they were going for. So,
Now, question is this going to be Romeo and Juliet or Hatfields and McCoys?
well,
Or Thelma and Louise.
I guess we'll see.
I think I meant Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, well,
Either
whatever works.
or.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if there's a car that drives over the cliff,
then it's
Thelma and Louise.
yeah. So yeah,
Oh, that's a good bet for me and Amos to have.
which
Will
one?
everyone die?
Like they did last time?
Yeah.
I mean, we already got the sand in my underwear bet,
Yeah,
which
We're
so
trying
far
to keep
no
the
suit
colonists alive.
breaches.
yeah, that's true. So
This game is keep the colonists alive, even if they're actively trying to kill everyone.
yep, you guys just started a game of Among Us.
The colonists are like living.
Yep.
Yep, someone's you're gonna have to find out who's sus, who was using the vent.
It was Mr. Mustard with the pipe wrench in the sand.
I like that.
That's
That's-
Colonel Mustard.
Well, this one is, I think you can probably see why I recommended this expedition over maybe one of the others. You don't know what the others have, but obviously, like, you can probably imagine that, like, the only thing that you've seen so far that's like a deadly, or not deadly, but like, an alien life form has been the harvester, which anybody who's worked, like, kind of jobs like mining or like has been on like mining operations would know what a harvester is. Like, and if you want to ask, I'll tell you off stream, and at least like what you would know based on what you know or what like your background is. But yeah, there's not, you're not seeing any like, loose, like, horrifically deadly aliens or, crazy homicidal cults.
Just some kind of autonomous elephant mixed with a bulldozer.
In a sense, yes. They're definitely dangerous, but, like, they can kill you. Like, no doubt
Elephants are
about it.
dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so they're definitely a thing you need to be very careful around, and with one on the loose, there may be some complications, but
I guess we'll find out.
yeah.
Yep, y'all enjoy that. I'm gonna go work on things that actually make sense, being computer systems.
Okay, well, that's all I have for tonight. So I hope you all had a good time, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week, and we can try and wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay.
I had fun. I'll see you
Yep.
then. Thank you.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Yep. See you guys in a
Good night.
week.
Good night.
See you.
Good night.
Later.
And that is it. Good night, everybody. All 2 people watching. And I'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night.